Okay, please let me know. I think we're live. Yes, we are live. Please let me know if you cannot hear me. I'm checking the OBS right here, and I'm checking the YouTube live chats. We have Derpy Entertainment. Misa, think you right. What am I right about? Choosing the right beats? Because, of course. And then we have Lane Go, LOL. Misa, Derp Derp. Great dialogue already in the live stream. Okay. Well, guys, I might be on here for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, who knows. I am just here to honestly chat with people if they have any questions and talk to you about my feelings about the Acolyte and how I think it is a very interesting show. And maybe I'll talk about other stuff, but if you guys have any questions, I can hear you perfectly. Thank you for somebody. Thank you, Marcos. My good friend Marcos. He knows how to dance. So, perfect. Okay. And let me know, I have the music faintly in the background. If it's too loud, or if it's too quiet, or just too annoying, you want me to turn the music off, let me know. I have not seen the show yet, but can tell you it is going to be straight up trash. Here's the thing. Lil Go. Please make your own opinion. Please. I actually would love to see your opinion on the show. I love having conversations with people because there are actual people, get this, that think The Acolyte is a good show. It's kind of crazy, but that's the thing about cinema and entertainment is that it hits people differently. That's why I love entertainment. Drake the piano. Oh, my grandparents are here. That's awesome. Grandpa and Grandma can hear you. Perfect. They're from South Carolina. That's my South Carolina family right there coming to us on the live stream chats. And Bobby B. Omisa here. I'm already loving the Jar Jar lingo. It's perfect. We're already getting to the vibe for what we're here to talk about. So if you're here, great. And if you haven't subscribed, you should totally subscribe and like this video. Everyone that's watching right now, please like this video. Do it right now. Like this video. It's going to help with the algorithm and it helps me. And if anybody wants to give me, any super chats, bless me up, you can totally do that. Whether it's $1, $2, $3, it will all go towards the YouTube channel here. Whether that's new lights, new equipment, all of that will solely go for the benefit of the YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm done talking about all that boring stuff. Because it's actually not boring. I really appreciate everything. But obviously what we're here to do is to talk about the Acolyte and other stuff. Done and done. Yes, done and done. So, the Acolyte. I actually have my notes out right here because I literally have bullet points. Bullet points. Okay, so where do I even begin with the Acolyte? So the Acolyte for me, if some of you who don't know what it is a Disney Plus original Star Wars show that is essentially about being in the perspective of the Jedi, but also being in the perspective of Sub RJ. I see you in the chat. Thank you for coming through. Essentially the Acolyte is about these two twin sisters, Osha and May. And honestly, I might get them confused, one being a good twin sister who wants to be with the Jedi, and one basically wanting to be the opposite, being evil. They were essentially raised by a coven of these weird type of witches, and essentially one of the sisters who wants to be good wants to become part of the Jedi, and the Jedi are there to basically help bring them over to that, demographic. I should say, the Jedi are there to look for a virgin. So what that means is a virgin is some type of force thing that's going to help essentially create something. And essentially what happens is the twins are the product of that virgins of the force, and the witches use that. And what you get is a major hot posh of a show that doesn't know how to display characters both in the good side and the bad side. So you have May and Osha, both are the idea of good and bad. And right off the bat, these characters are inconsistent. You have, I believe, Osha. I think Osha's the good one. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. RJ witches. Yes, there are witches in Star Wars. But essentially, Osha wants to be good, and then something happens in their past that completely destroys the relationship between the sisters, and then you jump like 10 years later and you find Osha trying to reconnect with the old Jedi from her past, and they're all trying to find May, and they don't know that May is the killer, and then they find out that later May's the killer, the evil twin sister. And then what you get is a display of characters that want to be good and want to be bad, but you literally get moments that go back and forth on those ideas, where Osha does something good but then does something bad immediately. And the same thing for May. May, who I believe is the evil twin, is so inconsistent. The most inconsistent Star Wars character I think of all time, where she wants to kill all the Jedi that she believed ruined her entire family. That's why she became this rogue Sith assassin person who has a master named the Stranger, Chimere, and her mission is to kill all the Jedi responsible that she feels were responsible for their entire family's death. So that's a pretty strong motivation. But then the minute that she realizes her sister's alive, she switches up. She doesn't want to do it anymore. Okay. And then later on, she wants to turn herself into the Jedi, the people that she very much wanted to kill. And she doesn't think that she's going to get arrested for life because she's killed multiple Jedi. And then all of a sudden, when she's about to get arrested, she starts fighting a Jedi. So she doesn't want to get arrested. And then she loves her sister, but then she fights her sister and switches places with her sister. Because they're twins, right? They look alike. So it's this back and forth where I am just lost with these characters. And the same thing can be said about the other sister, Osha, where all of a sudden she's been good for 80% of the show, and then when she becomes friends with her evil twin sister's master, she then decides she wants to be evil too, because pretty much you find out that this Jedi Master Soul, played by a great actor, this Jedi Master hid the truth from the sisters that he killed their mother. But granted, he had to do it because she was turning into this like weird black mist thing. He didn't know what was going to happen. So to me, I felt like it was very justified. And this whole show is based on truth and lies, and what happens when you get certain truths, and what is your reaction going to be. And I also felt like the show is trying to show us a justification of being bad and being good, but Leslie Headland, I believe that's the writer's name, doesn't do a great job with justifying both of those motives. So that was the huge point that I wanted to give across. RJ, what do you say? Done, Audie. Virgins? No, virgins. Virgins. Oh my gosh, no. Yeah, virgins. That's actually the... People hear that a lot too, and there's actually a lot of videos about that. Also, okay. That's pretty much... That's right. The next thing that I wanted to talk about with an issue with the show. So we talked about the characters and how they're inconsistent, and this would kind of sucks because this is a positive, but it also doesn't mean anything if you don't really care about the characters or know them. This show had some of the best action, I think, of all time in a Star Wars. Okay, when I say all time, please, I'm not saying all time in Star Wars like from New Hope. I mean all time for Disney Star Wars. So episodes, yeah, it's better than episode 7 fight scenes. It's better than episode 8 fight scenes, episode 9, and all that crap we saw in Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, no. The Acolyte blows those away. It's not as good as the prequels or the original trilogy, but it is so close to the quality of it. The choreography, the wide scopes, the feel, and we do get some moments of that within the first 4 episodes, but you don't really get the full impact of the action till episode 5 with Chimere, the Stranger, and also that's another negative. The show is very predictable. You find out that the Stranger, this Jedi Master for May, not Jedi Master, Sith Master, is the most predictable character in the entire show, and it's the person who's been helping May the whole time. If you've seen the show, you probably felt the same way. And also, I'm just saving you a lot of time for not watching this crap. But the action with that character, Chimere the Stranger, is flat out amazing. He kills about 6 Jedi, maybe even more, all in that episode. And whenever he does come back on, in full display, and we're trying to learn more about him and his motive, that's where it starts to fall apart. It's when the characters start talking. That sucks. When your show has characters, you want them to also have great dialogue, and when they don't, the show starts to fall apart. Let's see. Oh my gosh, my parents are watching too. Hey guys, and then Marco said, I agree, the last episode fight was great. Yep. Yeah, definitely the best action for Disney Star Wars. Yeah, action was mid. Don't listen to RJ, guys. He probably has never seen this show. He doesn't even like Star Wars. I love you, RJ, though. I love you. But, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's funny. Sorry, I saw a text from my wife. But, action, yes, it was spectacular, and it seems like some people agree that it was pretty dang good. And like I said, it's not the greatest Disney Star Wars. It's not the greatest Star Wars action in the franchise. It is the best Disney Star Wars action ever, from a Disney Plus show or a movie. And I applaud them for that. I truly do. Because what I'm going to get to in my next point is this. Let me find it right here. Great action with no narrative purpose is just visual noise. One of the best lines that I've ever heard from someone who's a fellow movie critic. Great action is just great action sometimes can be just amazing visuals. Amazing visuals. But if you aren't connected with the characters, if you don't even remember their names, it's just visual noise. And sometimes for people, they can handle that, like Transformers. That is literally the best definition of a visual noise film where you do not care about... My wife is here also. The whole fam is here. Hi, everybody. That's funny. Okay, guys, quick reminder. Like this video. Please, like this video right now. Like it, like it, like it, like it, like it. Please, like it. It's going to help the algorithm for this. If you love this video and you love me, let me know now with your likes. So, as I was saying, it's just visual noise. It is just visual noise. And the other thing that stinks, one of my final points is this for the Acolyte. I'm not going to get too deep on this character because I don't think a lot of people know about this character, but there's this character named Darth Plagueis who is mentioned in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and essentially this character is a huge, huge deal in Star Wars lore, particularly with Anakin being the Chosen One. Because essentially what this show did was show how the Chosen One concept about how a person with their abilities can create life. And that's essentially what this character Darth Plagueis did with Palpatine. I believe I'm getting that right. Or it was just Palpatine. Palpatine might have stolen his idea. And essentially Darth Plagueis is here in this show. And he gets the idea of creating, at least that's what it looks like. What it looks like is that Darth Plagueis is watching all these events happening within a cameo appearance, and he's watching from the shadows, and he gets this idea of potentially creating life like how the two twin sisters were created through the Force. Thus giving us Darth Plagueis was influenced by these people, and that he didn't really come up with it. He just saw it on the corner of his eye and said, you know what, that's a good idea. I'm going to take that idea. Was that the creepy alien? Yes, Marcos. That was Darth Plagueis. And that's how they show one of the biggest characters in Star Wars history through a TV streaming show cameo. That's it. That's all you're gonna do for Darth Plagueis the Wise. I don't want to get too much into detail about it because I can get lost, but he's a big character that deals with the Chosen One concept, and he created, essentially, or helped create the idea of Anakin being influenced by the Force. So the idea that they would include a character, like, it makes sense, like, if you really think about what kind of character he is and what the show is trying to do. It just sucks that the show is not good, and the show doesn't have characters that you care about. And I'm even forgetting about which one's good or bad. That just shows you where somebody who truly loves film and cinema and TV shows, that's how bad it is if I'm already forgetting some of the characters. Like the Jedis that died, I think it's like Yord or Cord or Ford, something like that. Jekai. Terrific actors and actresses, but I don't remember them. And if I don't remember these characters, and I just get lost on why they're making the decisions, and this is not a very well written show. Also, the last thing is that these characters literally would say lines like this: I have to tell you something, but I can't right now. End of episode. That's what it feels like. Until essentially the final 2 episodes, where people can actually start talking like normal human beings. The reason why they do this is to leave you in suspense. And it doesn't leave you in suspense. You just get annoyed when they continuously do it. It's like, guys, you know, a lot of these problems would just be solved if we talk to each other. But no, the writers want to leave us on a cliffhanger. What did Marco say? Bet he will be a bit... Yes, if they get a season 2. But the reality is, they're probably going to get a season 2. Because a lot of people probably watch this show. And not for good reasons. A lot of people, I think, will hate watching this show. And that's... Okay, before I get into that part of the Acolyte and my feelings, I would give this show at the end of the day, and this is being generous, I'd give it a 4 out of 10. Let me know, people who've already seen the show, what score you would give it. But for me, I would give it a solid 4 out of 10. Only reason being is because actually sometimes the visuals did look pretty cool and the action was pretty top notch. But if you have characters that I don't care about, don't remember, and I'm lost within the choices that they make, and also they start messing with lore and implementing it in ways that don't come across as respectful but more disrespectful, yeah, no. You're not good in my eyes. So those are my thoughts. Why do you watch if it sucks? That's a good question. So, Bobby gives it a 3. Yeah, that's a fair score. Why do you watch it if it sucks? Well, there is a certain point where I will give up on a show, but the reason why I wanted to keep going is that I had hope for it, and I actually was excited for this show. I really love the idea of going back in the past and seeing what do the Sith do. That was the original concept for the show, and then you realize it really wasn't about that. It's about these weird twin witches thing. It's stupid. But that's why I kept on watching, is because I still had hope. It's Star Wars. And at the end of the day, this is what I love to do. I love to give my thoughts on things. But I'm not going to do it out of hate. Now we'll move forward. The amount of toxicity from the fandom is crazy. I won't go so long into this, but the amount of hate that people have for just people for making a show is disgusting. And how people will call them either... if you don't like this show, you're a this, or the other way around. If you hate this show, then you're this. That is literally the fandom of Star Wars, and just fandom in general for huge IP, but mainly Star Wars. There are so many just babies out there that will review a show and be like, it's bad because woman lead. It's bad because they're black. It's bad because blank. It's disgusting. And that's the type of stuff I hate. I don't hate people's opinions about shows. If you have a very critical opinion about, oh, I didn't like the editing, or the writing was bad, I didn't care for the characters, the CGI was very lackluster, they clearly didn't care about the details. well, then I agree with you. But then if you start talking about, I don't like it because the reasons I just said, then you have no place for this kind of discussion. You have no place to be in this field, and you just have no place to just talk about this show because you already came in with your guns going and ready to hate. I didn't. I actually was excited. I actually liked the first couple episodes, and I liked the action, and I liked some concepts. It's all about execution. So for the people that are hating the show because of all the reasons I just said, or loving this show, but it's like to the point where you're just loving this because you're noticing it's actually objectively being like looked at in a flawed way for legit reasons. And if you're just overly loving it, that's also a problem too, I think. I think a lot of people talk more about the hate than the overly loving something, but they're not loving it because it's actually good. They're loving it because they want to create a narrative. That, I think, is also just as toxic. Let me read the last comment. Okay, let's see. Oh, because this is Star Wars. All right, Jay. It was a hot mess story with edge of seat action. Yep, 4.5 just for the action. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I think if they would have just focused on the Sith and the Jedi and focused more on the characters, it could have been so much better. Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. And writers can't always get it right. Visually, it looks great. That's the thing. It did look great at times, especially in the last 2 episodes with that space chase sequence, and with episode 5 with the fight scene. But sometimes the production looked like a soundstage. Like, you can clearly tell this is a very small environment. I did appreciate, though, when they actually filmed, like, out in the water with the rocky terrain. Felt so real. But the jungle scenes definitely felt smaller than I expected. Not as small compared to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let me take some orange juice. God, I love orange juice. Let's see what else he said. Key point, though, the Jedi also know how to be shady. Yes, the Jedi do, but, and here's the thing. Somebody was saying to me that the whole point of the show is to show that the Jedi can be just as bad as the Sith. And I can get behind that idea because the whole crux of the prequels was to show how, like, ignorant they were and how prideful they were. And to me, that makes sense. This show doesn't really do that, though. This show just straight up says the Jedi are idiots because they don't know how to communicate and say, hey, the Sith are back. That's what Soul should have done. Also, the weird Master Ventress, or whatever her name is, the green alien chick who doesn't know how to act, very wooden. She was just a jerk. She literally made it all Master Soul's fault. She covered the whole thing up. That isn't being ignorant or being like, we're so blinded by the Sith, we didn't realize they were right behind us. She knew. That's actually not being just a bad Jedi. You're being evil. So to me, I think that's my issue with the show, is that they're trying to make the Jedi, some of them, evil. I don't think... You know what, I'll say this. If it was good execution, I might have liked that idea, but because it was such bad execution, I hated it. Because it was terrible. And it didn't really make any sense for all the cover-ups, the lengths that Master Soul went, even the lengths that Master Ventress went. And obviously, Yoda shows up at the end. You're telling me if Yoda does not sense any of this stuff that happened, but he could sense in episode 3 all those Jedi that were dying during Order 66, but he couldn't feel how like 6 Jedi died right then and there, this show is just dumb. Like, if you really think about that, Master Soul was a master Jedi, and he couldn't even tell which twin was which. He couldn't even pick up 2 10-year-old 80-pound or less girls and pull them to him. He had to make a choice between which one to live or die. Horrible writing. Drinking calories. You are so far gone. Hey, love my calories. Quick reminder, like the video. Like the video. Like the video right now. And yeah, I feel like I've talked a lot about the Acolyte. If you guys have questions about the Acolyte or share more about your opinion, let me know. If you have any other questions regarding film, shows, what I'm going to be seeing here soon, or what I'm looking forward to, Deadpool Wolverine, please let me know in the comments, because I'm going to talk about why I believe, as of right now, Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be the turning path for Marvel. Marvel's been in a weird hit and stride, and let me know your thoughts about Marvel. If you like it right now, if you don't like it, or if you're just confused. Marco said, was it confirmed it was Yoda? Yeah, that's Yoda. That's hands down, that is Yoda. But sorry, Deadpool Wolverine. This is going to be the turning path for Marvel. Because number one, you have Ryan Reynolds obviously coming back. You have Sean Levy, who directed Free Guy, The Atom Project, Real Steel with Hugh Jackman. And he also helped create the show Stranger Things. So he knows how to make something uplifting, creepy, and heartfelt. And also, obviously, it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious, the stuff that he's able to do. But not only that, you also have Hugh Jackman. RJ says Marvel's is buns right now. You know what? That's not necessarily a hot take. That's what a lot of people are saying. And I can somewhat agree, but not all the way. Because I think Marvel has made a lot of good projects. But essentially, Deadpool Wolverine has a lot going for it because you have, like I said, Ryan Reynolds, Sean Levy, the director, and Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine. And it's been about, 24 years of him playing that character. His last time was as Logan in the movie Logan. And obviously fans are worried about that, but clearly they're not going to disrespect that film. But the amount of heart that is going to be in this film, the amount of comedy, the return of Hugh Jackman, that's already one huge win for Marvel that's going to help turn the tide for the MCU. But obviously, it's the biggest reason I think that it's going to help Marvel is that it's a film that is going to probably be so self-aware about the issues that Marvel has had. It's overstuffed. It's quantity over quality. And they realize that now, and they're starting to make it more about quality over quantity, thank God. But Deadpool Wolverine is going to be this, I believe. I haven't seen it yet. I'm seeing it next week. I'm going to go see it twice in the same day. I'm so excited. But it's going to be that project that's going to make fun of the MCU, but also be at the same time uplifting it. And I think that's what Marvel needs. That's what fans need. They need to realize the issues, but also the ups. And speaking of ups, I don't think this whole phase 4, I think we're in phase 5 now. Honestly, there's so many phases, I sometimes forget. But there's been a lot of good projects, if you really think about it. We got Spider-Man No Way Home. Logan, greatest movie of all time. Did you watch Logan, RJ? I feel like that was really bloody for you. I don't know if you're lying to me right now. Bobby says, yeah, I'm excited for this. Logan was so good. Yeah, Logan, one of the greatest comic book movies of all time. But the reason I think the MCU has been actually in an okay place, it's just not as good as where it was for phases 1 through 3, is that it still had to manage those big event films, but also some heartfelt ones, and some interesting Disney Plus shows, like WandaVision. Yeah, Falcon Winter Soldier wasn't great, but it had some really great moments. Moon Knight I felt like was very underrated. Also, Loki. Not a lot of people, I feel like, talk about Season 2 enough. Season 2 is one of the best MCU projects in Marvel history, like, in general. It's phenomenal. And then, like I said before, Spider-Man No Way Home, phenomenal, big adventure film, big event film, I should say. And yeah, you have some, don't want to forget this, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, phenomenal ending to an amazing trilogy, and Shang-Chi. Those, I could say, are probably some of the best Marvel films in the Phase 4. Let me know if I missed anyone, many of the new MCU films in the last phase. But yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home, Shang-Chi, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But then you have all the other Marvel films, like Ant-Man 3, Dear God, Black Widow, Thor Love and Thunder, which I did like at first, and then I started to realize, yeah, this actually isn't as good compared to Thor Ragnarok, sadly. And then you have some Disney Plus shows that were straight up dookie, like She-Hulk. What the heck was that? That was just god-awful. And Secret Invasion, one of the worst. Can we talk about Falcon being Captain America? Trash. Yes, okay. But RJ, do yourself a favor, watch the new Captain America trailer. Captain America Brave New World. It actually looks good. And I'm not going to lie with you, unpopular opinion, maybe popular opinion, it should have been Bucky. Bucky Barnes should have been Captain America. Maybe that's just me, but Bucky should have been Captain America. Ridiculous. Should have been. Please agree with me. It would have just made way more sense, but I get it because he's like full of trauma and he was a sleeper agent assassin guy. Okay, I get it. But forgiveness. And Falcon is more of the America. You know, he was a soldier and now he's a superhero. And yet, how is he going to fight Red Hulk? He doesn't even have superpowers. He's going to die in the middle of that fight. But I'll be very curious to see how Anthony Mackie's Captain America goes against Harrison Ford's Red Hulk. His suit in Captain Winter Soldier was just so... Oh, it's terrible, but look for his suit in Falcon Winter Soldier and the new Captain America movie. It looks sick. Like, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't hyped about the new Captain America film. I felt like they should just leave it alone. It's a great trilogy, one of the best ever. But the Captain America trailer, that got me. That got me hooked. I am not going to lie to you. But yeah, sorry. Phase 4, Phase 5, whatever we're in right now, very messy. A lot of ups and a lot of lows. But I will say most of the ups for me equate a solid phase. Not a good phase, but a solid one where it gave just enough to give hope that the MCU is still intact, that there is still some gravitas in Kevin Feige and his creative team, especially now with them slowing down. Also Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Great film. Not as good as the first one, but really solid. So you can go back and look at these other projects that were pretty dang good, that were really special. And then you can look at the other ones and see how hot trash Marvel has been. Just really bad. Some good OJ. But now we have Deadpool Wolverine, which, I'm not going to lie, I think it's probably going to be the best MCU film since Endgame and Infinity War. I think it will be better than Spider-Man No Way Home. I really, truly do. Not just because of the cameos, and that's another reason why it's going to give a lot of people hope, seeing really old characters from the X-Men coming back. That's not the reason why I think it's going to be good. It's going to be good because they have a creative team that is so passionate about the characters and that is passionate about telling a story that is hilarious, heartfelt, but also wanting to display a reality that we know the MCU is in shambles right now, especially with all the crazy allegations and all the stuff that happened in court. It's still going on, I think. I don't know if they've solved everything, but obviously with Jonathan Majors, how they lost him as Kang, and now we don't know if Kang's going to come back or not. We have no idea if they just shut that door closed because of Loki Season 2, which they just could do that. They could just end it with Loki Season 2 of that character. But at this point, I don't think they will. I think they will continue him. But there was a lot going up for that character, and now all of a sudden, we don't know what's going to happen. Deadpool Wolverine might give us some answers about that. They might just. Let's see. Black Panther movies are all my all-time favorite. Okay, respect. I don't know if anything will beat the hype of Infinity War, Endgame, the third Spider-Man. No way. Yes way. One day it'll happen, man. It will happen one day. I'm not saying Deadpool Wolverine's gonna be better than Infinity War and Endgame. No. I don't think so. It'd be amazing if it could, but I think it has a chance of beating. Chance. Not saying home run, but a chance to be as good, if not better, than No Way Home. So, yeah. There's a lot going for it because there's a lot of potential for it to kind of rearrange and restructure what some of the issues and some of the positives have been for the MCU. That's why I think Deadpool Wolverine is going to be... I mean, Wade Wilson says it himself in the trailer. I am Marvel Jesus. And the MCU has been needing that for a long, long time. And there is no perfect character than Wade Wilson to do something like that, for that to be his objective. RJ is still dead on about it not being better than No Way Home. You know what? I can still respect that. I can still respect that, straight up. So, yeah, Deadpool Wolverine. I'm excited for it. I really hope it's going to be good. I think it will be. Here's hoping. And like I said, if there is anything in specific you want me to answer, let me know. Because I'm going to wrap it up here. The last thing that I want to do, let me pull it up real quick. Pull it up. Is this. I want to be able to share some of my favorite films of the year so far with all of you. I kind of did it earlier. Marvel Jesus is crazy. Yes, that's what he says literally in the trailer. So, if you guys have any questions, fill them up in the chat. And if not, enjoy me ending this live stream with the best movies, in my opinion, of 2024 so far. Real quick, do you guys want me to spitball all 20 real fast? Or 10 real fast with reasons here and there? Because that's how I'll end this live stream. I'll give it time because I know the live stream can be like 30 seconds late compared to the time that I said this and now the time you'll hear it. I think it's like a 10 to 30 second delay. So do you want me to give you all 20 of the films I think are better? Or 10? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to take some water because my throat is killing me right now at the moment. Okay, so far 50-50. We got 20 and 10. Okay. Let me do this. 100. Oh god, I don't got 100. I'm gonna give it like 10 more seconds for someone to say an answer because I'm gonna do 100, I guess. No, I'm just gonna give 20. I'm gonna give 20 and then I'll end the stream unless people have questions, and then after all the questions then I'll end the stream. Okay, every movie, fine. Bobby just said it. He's more determined than Marcos. Okay, here we go. Number 20. Name every movie of the year. I can do that on Google, but that wouldn't be fun. No, that would not be fun. Starting with 20, Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. And by the way, this list could change. This list could always change because film can hit me so differently sometimes. 10, sorry, 20. It's already too late. I'm already doing it, Marcos. Godzilla x Kong. Why? Because it's dumb fun. It's literally King Kong and Godzilla fighting each other with monsters surrounding them, and then they decided to team up in this film, and then they go fight other monsters like Scar King, I believe the villain's name is, in a zero gravity battle. Yeah. L-spam. God, these Gen Zs, they keep me young. No cap. Number 19, In the Land of Saints and Sinners, starring Liam Neeson. I'll just read the synopsis. In a remote Irish village, a damaged Finbar is forced to fight for redemption after a lifetime of sins, but what price is he willing to pay in the land of saints and sinners? Some sins can't be buried. He's essentially like a hitman. And Liam Neeson, it's him being, B.A. Liam Neeson, but also being quiet and contempt and reflective. And a pretty heartfelt story. I recommend In the Land of Saints and Sinners. Number 18, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, starring Henry Cavill, Alan Ritchson, Jack Reacher, love that actor. And it's essentially loosely based on a true story of these men that went to go on a boat and then go on an island and save people and kill a bunch of Nazis, and it's awesome. Like, you had me at Henry Cavill and Jack Reacher, Superman and Jack Reacher killing Nazis. Like, come on. Easy 7 right there. Number 17, The Beekeeper, starring Jason Statham. He's got it all. It's literally him defending a senior citizen that gets scammed by these horrible people online, and she decides to take her life. And then that's when Jason Statham decides to deliver vengeance, because you don't mess with our seniors. Number 16, The Bike Rider, starring Tom Hardy, Austin Butler, Jodie Comer, Michael Shannon. The list goes on. Phenomenal film taking place during, I believe, the 1950s and 60s about this young man, Austin Butler, who is in cahoots with a biker gang. And it's really in the perspective of his wife and how hard it was for her and how hard it was for him to choose a life of being essentially an everyday guy or wanting to be in the bikers gang. And we all probably know which path he chose. I'll let you decide when you watch the film. Great movie, phenomenal acting. It could have been more emotional, but it was still really solid. Okay, number 15. Should have picked 10, sorry. 20. I'll go quicker for you, buddy. How about that? We got a yap. Hey. I'll have you on the live stream next time. That'd be fun. Okay, number 15, Abigail. Vampires, little girl ballerina, murdering a bunch of people that they're locked in a house together. What fun. Number 14, Hitman. Glenn Powell pretending to be a hitman and getting people arrested for crimes that they actually have done, but he gets the credit. Great concept when he actually falls in love with one of the people that are needing his help and he doesn't want to turn them in. Love it. Watch it on Netflix. It's available right now. Number 13, The Fall Guy, starring Ryan Gosling and Aaron Taylor Johnson and Emily Blunt. It's about a stunt guy who he basically gets in a terrible situation where he actually has to use his skills to make it out alive in the situation that he's in. It's a great film. Number 12, Monkey Man. This is Dave Patel's directorial debut where he wants to get revenge for the death of someone very close to him. I mean, you've seen the trailer, but for people who haven't seen it, I really want to hold spoilers away, but it is a great revenge film that takes place, I believe, in India. It's on Peacock. Okay, number 11, A Quiet Place Day One. Great film that is a prequel to the A Quiet Place series that has heart, blood, aliens, invasion concepts. What more do you want? Okay, here we are. We're halfway. Top 10. Let's see. I really liked Beekeeper. Thank you. The Beekeeper is great. Fall Guy was great. One of my top movies of the year. Yes. Fall Guy is awesome. That is a great film. Okay. Top 10. Number 10. Like I said, this is going to change. Like when you go back and watch this video to then my 2024 best movies of the year, some things might be in different orders. Or there might be new films. I gotta be quick. My throat is killing me. Number 10. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Did not think this movie was going to be that great, honestly. It takes place 200 years after the events of war, after Caesar dies, and we follow the character of Noah when his family gets taken from him, and he has to go adventure and find them. It's great. The visuals are fantastic, and the story is compelling. That's all I need to say. Number 9, Challengers. Quite possibly the best performance from Zendaya. It is about 3 terrible human beings that love nothing but tennis and playing it. It is only for a certain crowd, but it is probably one of the most desirable films to watch. I could just watch it pretty much any given day. I know, I'm weird. It's about tennis. Number 8 is a film that I will not talk about too much because it's not out in theaters yet. Bob Trevino likes it. Look it out. Look out for it because it's fantastic. Fantastic film. Number 7, Cabrini. Angel Studios is phenomenal. They know how to create engaging stories. And sometimes they can create some messes like The Shift. Yeah, RJ, I said it. The Shift sucked. But Cabrini is a phenomenal movie about a woman who wanted to make a change and was tired of men looking down at her. So she decided to basically do the things that she wanted to do. And she accomplished wonders. She created orphanages and a safe place for women. It's a great film. Please check it out, Cabrini. Number 6, Civil War. Bottom line, if you want to watch the scariest movie of the year, to me, that's Civil War. I guess both of these films, 5 and 6, are scary films. But number 6 is a movie that I did not think was going to be scary, Civil War. And it's because it felt so real, seeing a movie about a country divided. Because it feels like we're a country divided. And to see that in a visual display, but pumped up all the way to the maximum, I don't think we're far from that reality that Alex Garland portrays. Okay, here we are, top 5. Top 5. Yeah, the shift is 10 out of 10. Get out of here. Get out of here. We know why. Okay, top 5. Long Legs. Nicolas Cage. I won't get too in deep about the details because some people won't approve that I watched it, but Long Legs, phenomenal. Number 4, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. This is another prequel that not only takes what we got from Mad Max Fury Road, but pushes forward the lore. And we get not just a great action movie, but a great epic story about a character that we don't even see the main actress till an hour in. We get the younger version of Furiosa for the first hour, and then we get Anya Taylor-Joy for the last hour and 20 minutes. It's phenomenally paced with great epic sweeping moments that remind you of why you go to the cinema. Love Furiosa. Okay, top 3, Inside Out 2. If you are wanting to see a Pixar film, a kid's film, nay, just a film that is from top to bottom well executed for characters, for music beats, for character beats, for emotional beats, for visualization of something that you didn't think that you would see so well put together, like anxiety, and it made you feel something that you could relate to this character, and you never thought you would see the representation of anxiety so well tackled that it would make you cry. Maybe it's just me, but it deserves to be making $1.4 billion and being the biggest animated film of the year and biggest film of the year, and quite possibly going to be the number one money-making animated film of all time. Inside Out 2, being third place, deserves it. Okay, here we are, top 2. Alicia says I only have a top 3 right now. Okay. Aren't you almost 20? You almost 20? I'm confused. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Number 2, Sing Sing. Had the pleasure of meeting the cast a couple months ago. It's a film about RTA, rehabilitation through the arts. It's a real program that these actors who played themselves went through about 10, 20 years ago, and they had to tell their story and step into a real prison and share their story. That takes guts. I don't think that would have been easy for anyone, but they decided to put on their brave pants and give us a story that feels so human. This is the most human, real story you will watch all year. Sing Sing, it's only in theaters, I think in LA and New York, but it's coming into theaters, I believe, in the next 2 weeks. I think August 2nd. Please go see Sing Sing. It's something you will not forget. It's a story about somebody who can help everybody, but doesn't know how to help himself. And I think a lot of people can find relatability in that. Okay. You mean 30? Oh my gosh. Alicia's, my wife, fun fact, her number 1 movie is Sing Sing. But we all know what the best movie of 2024 is. We all know what it is. Come on. I'm going to take a little water break and see if someone can guess it. And if no one guesses it, then I'm going to say it. Oh, man. I'm going to give it 5 more seconds. I really like how they did just name it. Okay, there we go. Marcos. Dune 2. Number 1 movie. I can go on forever. I have a full review about why I love that film. The Shift, get out of here. Dune Part 2 is the number 1. You have Timothy Chalamet, Javier Bardem, Rebecca Ferguson, Zendaya, Austin Butler, Bill Skarsgård. Or no, not Bill Skarsgård. Peter Skarsgård. It's the father. It's Star Wars, but better. It's the adult version of Star Wars. It's actually the original Star Wars. It's the thing that inspired George Lucas's Star Wars with its big ideas. And the ideas aren't just great ideas. They are so well laid out in this film that does a great conclusion to a lot of story arcs that were built in part 1. And then they leave a great cliffhanger ending to let us see where our minds go for Dune Part 3. It's visually fantastic with the best Coliseum sequence I've seen since Gladiator Part 1. Can't wait for Gladiator Part 2. It's the year of sequels, baby. But Dune Part 2 just immersed me into an experience that I haven't felt in a long time, with the visuals, the beautiful score by Hans Zimmer, quite possibly his best, that elevates every single time you watch the film, with the music and especially the cinematography by the wonderful Greg Fraser. It just chef's kiss to Dune Part 2. Dune 2, way overrated, to be honest. You didn't even see Dune Part 2. Get out of here. That Zac Efron... Okay. Do not watch the new Zac Efron movie. I heard it was terrible. And honestly, I didn't watch it, but I don't want to. It just looks bad. Okay, right up there with Clone Wars. Just say, yeah. Get out of here. Get out of here with your Clone Wars. Okay. Well, guys, that was my top 20 so far this year. And I think that's it. I think we're going to end the stream. I want to make it to an hour. I only got 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes till the 1 hour mark. So, if someone gives me a question, just one question. Oh gosh. Are you going to ask us what our number 1 is? Okay, sure. What's your number 1? Babe, I already know what your number 1 is. It's Sing Sing. Sure. I guess that's how we can end it. Is what's everybody's number 1 that's in the chat, movie-wise, that they've seen? I would love to see that. And also a reminder, like this video. Like it right now. Like it. Please and thank you. Please like this video. Por favor. It'd be amazing. Okay, let's see the chats. And RJ, I'll come over once it hits an hour, so literally a couple more minutes, buddy. Oh yeah, actually, never mind. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I guess that is the end of the stream. I'll give one more chance. Wait, what's this? Give us your favorite physical media from this year and your favorite Funko this year. Okay, favorite Funko this year is Deadpool Wolverine. You know what? I think I can actually pull it up because I'm that cool. Wolverine Funko Pop. Let me see if I can pull this up for you guys. This is my favorite Funko Pop so far. Let me fix it. My little Wolverine buddy over here. Okay. This guy. Oh, sorry. This guy. There. That's so weird. The monitor is like going in different directions. This guy right here. That is my favorite Funko Pop. Love it. It's beautiful. Like, who doesn't want that? Who does not want that? That thing looks, it's just adorable. I'm sorry. It's adorable. So that is my favorite, not favorite physical media. I guess it is a type of physical Funko Pop. That is my favorite Funko Pop. You know what a Funko Pop is? Okay. Oh, which one am I going to pull down over here? Oh, I'll pull this guy. And I love Barbie. This is a Funko Pop, RJ. This right here is a Funko Pop. You schmuck. Okay, I'm going to get rid of Wolverine here. Oh, doll. It's not a doll. Get out of here. Okay, let me get rid of Wolvie over here. Thank you, Wolvie. You've been a real swell pal. Okay. And then let me first fix this. Okay, there we go. Physical media. And then I'll see the last questions. Favorite one? I'm going to use one of these. Okay, so favorite out of all of these new Blu-rays that I just got. Love them. I mean, I didn't just get this one. I did a review. Minari, great film, Minari. Favorite one, dang. Honestly, it's got to be between these two. And they're both related to Disney. Moon Knight, 4K, not even opened yet because I collect things. Let's see. See that? Oh yeah, that's on manual focus. I can't. Ooh, blurry. There. This is my. I love this thing. It's beautiful. Moon Knight, Moon Knight. Bam! Andor. Another. Not 4K, but it's fine. It's still beautiful to look at. Those are my two favorite. And then just for kicks and giggles, Dune Part 2. Haven't even opened it yet because I'm a collector. And physical media is dying, okay? And people need to buy physical media. It's really frustrating. Okay, what are the last questions? There's a Microsoft movie. Minecraft. God, my brain is literally gone. Don't worry, RJ. I'm going to be coming over soon. There's a Minecraft movie on YouTube that's better than your whole time. Bro, get out of here. You're such a hater. By the way, there is going to be a Minecraft movie. If you didn't know, you're probably going to be very upset with who's in it and who is... You know what? Actually, you might be happy with who's in it. Jason Momoa is going to be in the Minecraft movie, bro. Tell me your thoughts on that, huh? Huh? Minecraft with Jason Momoa and Jack Black. Sorry, I don't want to get that wrong. And then let's see. You guys are just being goofballs in the chat. Only one that counts is Moon Knight since it's 4. Honestly, Bobby, you're right. Moon Knight is the only one that counts. And also Dune Part 2, 4K. So that is it, my friends. With that, I say thank you for being a part of this experience. I actually do like doing live streams a lot. I'm going to do a poll right before I go. I'm going to do a poll. It's going to be about how often should I do a live stream? How often should I do a live stream? Weekly? Bi-weekly? Or monthly? I'm going to end it with a poll. And then also, I think I will do another poll. Or I might just ask you guys in the chat, what days work? Should I do Saturdays or should I do Fridays? Okay, so far 2 votes have said weekly. Somebody said bi-weekly. I bet that was you, RJ, because you're a jerk. I'm just kidding. Okay, someone said monthly. Dang, so far 40-40. It is weekly, bi-weekly. Okay. 33-33. Dang. We got to figure out which one. Which one is going to be reigning? How did I pick monthly and it's at 0%? No, it's not. It's at 33, bro. Sometimes it takes a second. Sometimes it takes just a little second. Saturdays always work. Saturdays are pretty great, honestly. Okay. I think that's all the votes. Well, I guess I'm torn. I'm torn between bi-weekly and monthly, honestly. Weekly would just be a lot. But bi-weekly and monthly, I think I can do. You know what? Maybe bi-weekly. I'm gonna have to pray on that. But so far it says bi-weekly's gonna win, and Saturdays. My mom said Saturday. Is Cody here? Did I just see Cody in the chat? No, I said bi-weekly. Cody, it is so good to see you, my guy. Okay. You said purple team stand up. Some of these people go to the same church as me, and they have a youth camp coming up. I sadly will not be there. Or should I say, gladly. I know, I can be a jerk. But I'm going to miss you guys. I am going to miss you guys during that camp experience. Okay, last question. What day of the week? Friday nights. Saturday nights. Sunday nights. Okay, poll. What are you guys going to say? What are you guys going to say? And make sure to like this video. Like it, like it, like it, like it, like it, like the video. Do the poll. Cody, you just made it for the ending, my friend. You have a lot to watch. You have about an hour. Yeah, we finally hit the hour mark. An hour and 5 minutes worth of content for you, buddy. Where I talk about the Acolyte, and I talk about why Deadpool Wolverine I think is going to be one of the best things for the MCU. And then I talked about my top 20 of the year so far. Let's see. You should come do some You know what's funny, Cody? It's gonna be filmed by a great person, one of my volunteers. Also, I am gonna make the promo though. I am going to make the recap for camp, so that's gonna be fun. End stream, golly, never. Let me look at the poll real quick. And that is a clear indicator. It is Saturday nights are the best. Yep. Bi-weekly Saturday nights. Okay. Well, there it is, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around, especially RJ, for all the complaining that he usually does. It wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be. And at the end of the day, that's what friends are for. Sorry. That's what friends are for. I don't ever squeal. I'm a man. I never crack my voice. Okay, but on a real note, I'm going to go here, guys. Peace out, be blessed, and did you like the video? Because if you didn't, I'm going to be very, very upset. Peace out.